Just 5 seconds.
Yeah, I would love while they're doing these zombie fights, you see like 2 or 3 players just run through the enemy's lines, you know, hit these outposts, even take the operation bases and, you know, commit some troops there, because you definitely want to hold the enemy operation base as long as possible and deny them as many points as possible, but I guess we'll see here.
Okay, we see the first group straight up going for the outposts. It makes sense.
Yeah, they are splitting in a pretty even group, so you imagine that these guys are following each other.
Keep the screen, you know, like
this
groups, so we can see better who is going where. And so no one is actually focusing on gathering as expecting. People are hungry for blood.
Whales do not like gathering, you know. I would love to see them take a helipad, though, like actually, you know, especially while they're fighting over these bio buildings and stuff, you know, someone just forget the operation base, just go for the helipad, and maybe you can even burn out the players' bases while you're there, because obviously there's a lot less troops to be relied on.
Yes.
Not to mention, you know, these guys are probably sending out their main heroes, so they're not really going to be at their best, and you can maybe try to drain them that way, which would be a really nice watch, honestly. I mean, you kind of see, even looking around the map, some of these groups have split off like specific players to take down, actually take the capture on operation bases, which is really smart.
Zombies are up soon. Teams are taking their places. That's great timing from both teams.
Yeah, you do see a lot of,
I see PIS heavily prioritize the top right now. Let's check the left real quick.
I feel like PIS is honestly moving in a really good group for both sides. I mean, obviously you see that from HNB, but I see a lot less HNB on the right side from, you know.
Okay, the zombies are up. Now we might expect a little bit skirmish here. Or they may be playing... Okay, you know what? They are not playing safe this time. Because they're going for each other.
You gotta play a little bit risky to change the dynamic on the game, you know. So I wish you would see them kind of being more aggressive over dominating the zombie area, though.
They are contesting this.
Well, yeah, but
way more aggressive than the first round.
You saw, like, in the top area, though, you know, HNB got freebies on those zombies, whereas I feel like PIS has the number advantage and should have just committed for the push there.
That is true.
Probably just taking the zombies. I wish they had, like, some players specifically designated to just go around hitting everything. I mean, you do see Sarki sitting up mid. I feel like she's... Maybe that's her.
PIS have a little bit number advantage here, and they are utilizing it actually very smart.
Yeah, and especially given the limited number of troops and like speed ups and whatnot, you know, you really don't want to be taking bad trades when it comes to numbers. You really want to be able to move in.
They are taking the trade very aggressive here. That is also a smart move.
You do see, honestly, the numbers are pretty even on both sides.
Exactly. I mean, look at the score. We cannot really see.
Yeah, yeah. It's
it is going pretty equal
HNB
right
is
now.
Barely leading here by 100 points or so. So this is definitely close. I mean,
they really commit to this skirmish.
I think one of these structures, and they're gonna.
They have to go back real soon, though. They have to refresh their troops. It's just 7 minutes left for the bioreactor.
Yeah, they're moving up a lot later than previously.
Yeah, that is true. I think they will try to squeeze in the most kills as much as they can.
I think that moving up too early was kind of a mistake on the bio building, right? Because no matter what the case is, even if you move up at 2 minutes, you're going to be struggling to get that Vial out, right? They should be trying to take advantage of the chaos, taking as many of these operation bases as possible. But you do see that one of the outposts has been taken by HNB and,
exactly.
and PIS's backlines, and I mean
they are even going for their backline. Actually, that is very smart.
Yeah,
now.
And that's gonna drop them by what 60 points a minute.
This is the exact move I would expect from them, and Sarky is doing pretty well. This is very sneaky.
Yeah, I do see like her holding 2 rider marches up mid. I'm not sure if she's trying to take turns with them and maybe rotate them out if something happens to one of her rider marches.
He will try to hold them as much as he can. I mean, any points he can get is an advantage. So
Oh, for
the
sure. And
outposts are gone. This is very smart move. Let's check the skirmishes here real quick. There's still huge battle going on.
oh, the
teams
Vial
are
tyrants has
equal.
spawned.
Oh, well,
Bio
tyrants
tyrant.
are up. Yeah.
Spawned up on at least the left side of the map.
But for the blue
Blue just
team
got the
got
kill,
left
so-
one.
They have already taken the point advantage given that. And they got the kill in the second one.
Blue team got the both of them. That was actually wow. I will
that
not
was
expect
massive.
that. So HNB kind of lost the whole advantage that they had so far, but it's still pretty close. We will see. Bioreactor is only 5 minutes away.
Yeah, you do see some marches already moving towards the bioreactor.
Exactly. They're just abandoning
bio
it.
building.
That actually makes sense. They will just refresh their troops and get ready for the big war here.
You do see Sarky moving around and tapping these operation bases, trying to find
That is
something,
true.
something empty.
He's
And
running away
you see
now.
these outposts still haven't been taken back, so they're giving HNB the points. I mean, they even if they're not sacrificing a march here, they definitely have to make sure that they're consistently taking them back and also denying HNB points on theirs if possible by sending their own rider marches around.
This is one of those moments that I would like to shout out for Mai. She is really fast, as you can see. She really does the job. She's one of the fastest cavalry in the game.
No doubt. And I mean, already PIS is dominating kind of bio building, but I'm sure you'll start seeing HNB moving up soon. You do have them still kind of sitting around the zombie areas. But like I said, I think moving up here too early would be a mistake, and taking advantage of the fact that they're gathered, it would be the perfect time to kind of go for operation bases and really, kind of screw them over as much as possible. And then you move in and kind of surround them, and hopefully you're able to just consistently drop these people carrying the vials. I mean, you already see now someone from PIS is hitting.
PIS getting back
outposts
their
as well.
outposts. Meanwhile, they're also attacking the enemy outposts at the same time. They're really multitasking well. They are even trying to utilize the gathering points.
Yeah, PIS would definitely be in a bad situation if they had not gotten those zombie kills, though, given that they had already lost their outposts, which obviously aren't the main point givers, but, it does still add up at the end of the day.
Well, they have the point advantage so far, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that big
It was
deal.
from the
So
bio
it's going very
tyrants, is
great
what
for
I'm
them.
saying.
Now they are dominating the middle area so far.
They are being a bit aggressive over here on this left side.
It really
on
makes
the
sense though, because
operation base area.
if you outnumber them already right now, why you wouldn't use it, right?
Yeah, this is a smart move because they're obviously able to catch a few of these marches as people are coming in, meaning that, if it's 20 versus 5 marches, they're going to be trading really well, melting these as fast as possible. And by the time they kind of come in here, it's going to be a bit late given a lot of these marches are dead. You even see one of the operation bases is getting swarmed in the bottom right now. And they might actually lose this soon.
True.
And that's
Right
going
now
to be
there are huge battles going on.
that is going to be a
outpost.
big shot in the side right there. And he's backing off. I would have honestly committed that and tried to get the cap, but maybe he just didn't think it was worth it. And he's just trying to regroup with his teammates for this bio building.
PIS is basically abusing the every advantage that they can get. They're
I
doing
do-
an amazing job so far.
For sure. I do like how aggressive they're being on the left side and just trying to make sure these marches die as quick as possible instead of being too stagnant, sitting up mid. And then once, they get pushed, they can't really do much because there's just so many already gathered up.
Like,
They're-
look at this. They're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. Dominating the middle, and in the
yeah,
meanwhile,
they're trying to pick these players off as
getting
soon
the
as
outposts
possible.
too.
So when they're able to regroup, it'll be too late, which, I mean, is honestly an amazing play by them. And right now, this is
HNB
honestly
trying
really
to
good
regroup, as we can see.
they're trying to regroup down in the bottom mid. Maybe try to just hold this fight out as long as possible to deny them the bio building, even if they're not able to obtain it right away.
Okay, they are actually regrouping really well. They salvaged all of it back. They got all
you do
the
see them kind of
outposts.
recommitting up mid now, and they're kind of giving up that left side, which, I mean, honestly, they've already hurt them hard on that left side and dismantled a ton of their players. You see a good PIS number advantage, though, so I don't really know if HNB is going to be able to get this bio building. I mean, at best, I would
Let's
say
see.
they need to
It looks
stop
pretty
them.
equal. Look at this. It already started. It's just 1 minute. I think we are going to see the same thing here. All squads will try to take the Vial out.
I definitely think if it comes down to them having a long fight up mid for this bio building again, they need to have that Rider March running around. And I mean, you see Tink right now running her A right behind the back lines just a little bit.
Let's check their backlines real quick. Okay, just 1 minute left. PIS is still doing what the PIS does. They are sniping their outposts.
Definitely has I would say it's just a slight number advantage. When you kind of zoom out, it definitely looks a bit even here. And I mean, you see HNBs refreshing as fast as possible. I would love...
Yeah,
I would love to see this helipad getting snatched during this chaos. Like, forget the operation bases, forget the outpost. Just taking the helipad would be massive. Like I said, not only just to maybe take out these bases, but if you're able to potentially hold down players who are going to be busy either fighting over the helipad to take it back constantly, and just taking enemy attention would be really ideal here.
Okay, only 15 seconds left. Now we will see the Vial fight.
Yeah.
Okay, make me a wild guess. Who can make it?
I mean, we might see them fighting until the next Vial drops, and then we're going to see them fighting over 2, which would be honestly hilarious.
This is like the kryptonite of the Doomsday.
I think HNB is about to grab it unless this March gets tapped before it can get the grab. Yeah,
well, it's pretty
tapped.
equal, and
they
got it. Big Daddy got
the grab.
Big Daddy going.
And they're
run, Forrest, run.
Moving. They really just have to hold this field and try to get this March as far as possible. Even if
they really have to hold this time.
This March is going to probably die.
Is he going to make it? Hold on.
They've already moved it back a good amount, so even if it dies...
Okay, this is actually already good enough. If they can pick it back, it's very close. Look at this.
Yeah, even securing it in this spot was massive for them.
Exactly,
even
exactly.
If, I mean,
now everyone has to commit here. Even this is a huge advantage because PIS have the score advantage here.
It is hard to tell who got the Vial at all. I can't even tell. It looks like it might be HNB though, but the March is not moving. So I mean, it's
yeah, it cannot.
Oh, it's finally moving, but it's a bit late.
Puppy Fudge, take it. Now he is okay. This is actually.
I mean, they're gonna have to focus this March as quick as possible.
Of course, they focused it
back on the ground.
It's going back and forth.
And I mean, PIS is coming back in with more marches, so this is going to get a little bit harder if they kind of keep it in this area.
Okay,
especially given that it's a little
going
bit
to outnumber them eventually. I think if it goes
someone else
like
has the Vial, PIS is moving it back.
MK got it now. MK
has the Vial.
Go, go, go. Okay,
I think that March
this is really nice so far.
It has gotten a good bit.
Almost there.
As long as they can keep denying maybe HNB from grabbing this, they'll be put in a really good spot. And honestly, I would take advantage of this if someone from either side and just try to hit the helipad.
Let me check it real quick. Amidst this chaos, is anyone attempting something else?
PIS has the Vial once more.
Okay, there is no attempt for their backlines. I see. Reasonable. Oh, the Vial is taken again. Error. Is that Mini or error?
This Vial has made it really far. This is not good.
But the Vial is very close to their operation base.
All they need to do is kind of dominate this field area. And I mean, given that they've got it this far, they have the field advantage. They have the refresh advantage.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of,
their castles are very close. Okay, the Vial is taken back.
Oh, and I think people forget that zombies should be spawning, I think. So, people got to get in place for that soon. Or else they're gonna miss out on those points, especially the bigger zombies.
The bio tyrants are very
you see some of HNB already set up and ready to get these zombies and just get the easy
set
points.
Up. This is a very smart move. Let's check this side real quick. Okay.
I think if possible, PIS tries to get this Vial. If they can't, they just hold this as long as possible and try to refocus it a little bit on the zombies maybe. But even then, like I said, they have kind of the placement advantage, the refresh advantage here. And operation base top left is getting swarmed.
Let's check it real quick. The outpost is being attacked. Okay, although Victor is holding it, I think Victor is one of the strongest heroes when it comes to reinforcing.
He is not able to trade well enough to drop these marches swarming him. So it looks like they might
just
lose
one
this
guy
operation base if they can't hold the field soon enough. I mean,
Even
see-
stalling them will be actually pretty enough so far. This is okay.
and they have that out. They almost have the Vial back to the operation base over here.
Almost that. Okay, that
Super
one is so
close.
close. I think if they take it again, now they can deliver it.
I think you see though that the numbers for red is just too little, and they can't maintain
There
the
it
dominance
is.
here.
There we go.
The operation
Almost
base
there.
is now getting swarmed.
Almost their operation base is being swarmed, but it's
And-
not
and
going to
the-
work. Big Daddy is
zombies
here.
have
Thomas
started
is holding it. And almost there.
Teams
just
are getting
leave
hype
it.
over here.
Oh my God! It's right in front of the outpost.
That
this
operation
is crazy.
base is done for. I think they're going to lose this operation base in the far left.
I mean, Thomas holding it, but it's really okay. Error took it again.
And don't forget
But
the
the
zombies
outpost
have already
is gone
spawned.
now. They're trying to carry. Oh my
Oh,
God!
they need to get in here with this.
Yes,
Vial.
they
Oh my
have to
God.
contest the outpost back. This is insane move by HNB. This is really
The
smart.
player has to make sure they don't already have a march here, or they're gonna just be unable to enter, which is kind of the tricky part. And they're swarming this operation base, I think, to deny them from entering it and
Exactly.
getting the points.
They are. Oh.
They have a range march on it. I don't know if they're swapping out by accident or if this is intentional to melt the marches. But I mean, they got the vials. So.
Exactly, they got the Vial.
And now they're trying to move towards these zombies because I think the big tyrants should be spawning.
That was insane. That
These
was
tyrants get
this
like
contest.
1,000 points, so being able to obtain these are going to be massive. That operation base in the far left has been taken by HNB though, and they are going to be getting denied those points for a little bit. But given that
I
they've
think
already
so,
obtained
too.
the Vial, I mean, they did already get that point advantage for the next few minutes, so that is pretty massive.
Now they're preparing
how-
for contest for the Bio
How
Tyrants.
these tyrants, kind of get placed into whoever's hands is going to determine a lot. I mean, you already see HNB is already in place for at least the left one. PIS has already moved in pretty hard though on the right side. So
They just 10 seconds left for the zombies.
you do see some big fights over these zombies
Yes,
though.
exactly.
PIS and HNB are matching each other with numbers in the right side.
Okay, now the huge Bio Tyrant war is started.
And the tyrants have spawned. I mean, whoever gets these kills is really going to be setting themselves up for a good. Oh,
a
Blue got
huge
one of the
point
kills,
for
and
the
Blue has the
PIS.
second tyrant as well. That is already a almost 6,000 point advantage.
The timing was insane. They did an insane job. Now they are going back to refresh their troops.
And I think, honestly, at this point, just setting themselves up to maybe take another operation base. Although the bio building does respawn in 5 minutes, so it is kind of hard to say if these guys are going to try to reposition themselves for a long-term fight up here. HNB really has to pull something off, though, to close the point advantage here, given that there's only 16 minutes left.
Okay, now they're regrouping in the mid. Makes sense. Ooh,
This is
another
intense,
huge
though.
battle incoming. The last.
Yeah, it is.
last
It is
kryptonite.
intense, and I mean, you already see how they're gathering up, but you do see both teams are moving very quickly, and I think they're just trying to be the first to dominate the field, which
Exactly. I mean, every second is important. You see in the when carrying the Vial, every second is important.
I mean, they want to be able to dominate this field as soon as possible to pick off these marches, and I don't know how many more troops these guys really will be able to run on the field at this rate.
I think they should have enough troops.
Yeah, they should be able to kind of manage as long as they're not playing stupid.
Okay, the
And-
war already began. They are trying to dwindle their numbers before the kryptonite spawns.
I mean, this looks like PIS has the number advantage already up mid. I don't
Exactly.
know if HNB is maybe going to take advantage of this to try to make for a play, which I feel like is what needs to happen to close this gap. You gotta make for some risky plays.
Yes, exactly. Let's see how HNB going to reinforce this. I will take a real quick on the other outposts. We see some sniping
They are getting
events.
swarmed
Okay.
on. Oh, never mind, not both sides. You do see a lot of red moving on the right side, so you might see these guys get smashed from both sides here, and PIS might honestly lose their.
Yes, they're
their number
basically trying
advantage.
to multitask, both contest them and the meet and get all the outposts at the same time. That's also a smart move.
I mean, this is very intense for sure, though. Bio building does respawn in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, or the Vial does.
HNB pressure is huge so far. But let's see if it's going to be enough. Because PIS is still outnumbering them a lot in the mid.
I mean, these guys really need to try to grab this Vial, or they're going to be set up for a really tough fight. And I mean, it's only been half the match, so it is possible to make a comeback on the points here.
They need a huge comeback here. Let's see how it's going to turn out.
HNB does have one of their operation bases, so I don't know. They're missing a bit of points. They are matching PIS's numbers to an extent here, so that is exactly what they need. But this Vial building spawns in the Vial spawns in 3 minutes, so I don't know. This is definitely tough.
Well, they are matching numbers and multitasking at the same time. This is huge. Oh, but PIS, look at this.
I mean, HNB is definitely trying to cut off their point supply to
PIS
the best.
Definitely countering this strat.
I mean, this really, at the end of the day, is who has the most numbers, can overwhelm the other team, and whoever gets that first Vial and is like, if they're able to move it far enough, just sets them up, because then they can maybe gather up closer to their operation bases or their outposts.
I will take a quick look at all the outposts just to see the general results. So far, yeah, PIS doing insanely well job with sniping their outposts.
The point gap is slowly closing, though. I will mention. I think.
I mean, anything can happen. The Vial is still up.
I feel like a lot of this is definitely determined on who gets the next bio tyrants as well as this Vial. If they're not able to get this Vial, it's
the next zombie spawn and the Vial can change everything.
It is going to be a struggle for HNB to kind of win this round if they're not able to get this this Vial.
Okay, HNB is trying to take back their outposts.
You do see them getting kind of ferocious up middle here. The Bio does spawn in 1 minute, so we are getting close to the conclusion.
If HNB can manage to take this Vial, they can just close the gap instantly.
They will need to really go heavy on these Bio Tyrants. True. They still have to close more of that point advantage.
They have to commit to this with everything they have.
I mean, 3,000 points is massive, though. These guys really need that. And they are honestly getting really heavy here on numbers.
Okay,
we have 30 seconds left until this
Let's take a look at the outpost real quick again, just to see the general result. It's going so well for the PIS team so far. They haven't lost anything. HNB got back their outposts. Just 15 seconds left. Okay, now we can focus on the huge Vial battle. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, just 5k points gap.
Yeah, it is honestly close.
Okay, the Vial is up.
You notice. It's hard to tell who's grabbing it.
I really
once
can't
the mark
tell.
gets clicked on, right, and it's attacked, it cancels the grabbing animation. So as long as they keep denying each other the grab, it's kind of hard to say who's going to get it here.
Oh,
it's been grabbed by HNB. HNB's moving it.
It's grabbed by HNB. Okay, this is working as intended by them.
They are getting a good lean sin, but they are getting focused down
they
on
got
the ground
swarmed.
again.
They got swarmed hard.
And they really need to get this grab.
It was a nice try. Let's see. It still can happen.
And someone has it. It's HNB.
HNB got it again. They're trying to move it.
They really need to try to get this march as far as possible.
Exactly. Also, they have to secure their outposts at the same time.
This march is about to die, though. Vial's back down on the ground. That is tough. They are struggling over this, though. And, I mean, the zombies do, I believe, spawn. Not right away, but it will spawn soon.
Yeah, there's still enough time for zombies. Oh. PIS got it this time. Let's see if they can move it back.
They have gotten it a good ways. That is not good.
This is actually pretty decent.
This one is probably the longest march I've seen them kind of last with the Vial so far.
Exactly, because they
I think
picked
they
it up
can't
with
click on,
Thomas.
I think they were struggling to click the right march. All the marches were kind of over each other, and you know, it's
but
really
Thomas'
nice
choice
right
was
there.
perfect here.
Honestly, it is a really good way to move the Vial, though, if you're taking little steps with each of your marches, so they're all stacked on top of each other. And someone has the Vial again, but they are not moving. I don't know if they know they have the Vial or what.
Might not
It
be
is being
possible.
moved
Okay,
again.
HNB got it.
It looks like it's Nam who has the Vial.
Yep, Nam got it. Try and
He
move it.
is on the move.
But meanwhile, outposts are taken.
I imagine it's so hard to click on this, though. Click on the right marches. But it's back on the ground again. I mean, you do see that PIS had taken one of HNB's operation bases that they are currently taking back. So.
Okay, PIS took it
And
back.
PIS did grab it again, and I mean they obviously
They
lost
lost it again.
It is just a game of cat and mouse.
But they're also doing very sneaky move behind. You see, they took all the outposts. So
if
even
PIS is able to get this Vial, I think the game is honestly.
oh,
in
they
their
got
hands.
it back. Okay, this
This
might be it.
The further
This
it
might
goes,
be
it's
it.
just that much harder to regain this.
Mina lost it, but the contest is going on. As you see, I think they kind of outnumber.
Yeah, I think they do have the numbers here, which makes it that much worse. And someone did get the Vial, but oh, there it goes. It's PIS again. They are focusing that march down. They are trying their hardest. And it dropped again. You hear
Still,
you,
they moved it. They moved it so far.
You can
They are
hear the-
still doing insanely good job.
you can hear the players getting super intense back there every time they get the Vial or every time they score these points, which is honestly amazing to hear. PIS has it again. That is insane. I honestly am surprised they've grabbed it as many times as they have without.
But the march
not
is
having
instantly
given up.
down.
I would honestly be trying to click. I would have somebody just focus clicking these marches that you see have the timer over their head.
Now HNB trying to get their outposts
Yeah.
back while they're still contesting for the Vial.
Someone has the Vial, but they are not moving out. It's HNB, and they're trying to move this thing back. This is going to be hard, but if they can get it as far as possible, this will potentially save them the game. We'll see
Okay,
here.
this is a great
They are getting it a good ways, and the Vial dropped
Almost.
again. I mean, if HNB can get this, this might just save them here.
Oh, this
And the zombies have actually spawned, but you do not see anybody trying to go for them because everybody's so focused on this Vial right now. This is going to be kind of the game changer if possible.
I mean, yes, the Vial is game changer, and they just don't want to
PIS
risk
is
it. I
moving it back, though.
understand it. It is understandable.
And honestly, if this arrives to the operation base, I think this game is 100% over. And this is really tough, and I don't think they're able to get this. It's
The
too close
Vial
now.
is almost there.
Oh, and
Ouch, that
it's
was
down.
so close. I think PS is gonna take it back though. They're maintaining a huge
I think it's
here.
just harder the further they get. Like HNB is not able to get as many numbers as they would like here.
Oh, PIS.
And I mean, they have the Vial. They're not moving though. They need to get into this operation base. It's possible they already have a march.
Okay,
in here
now moving. Almost there. They're trying
Vial
to defend the outpost
Vial
base
is
at the
moving.
same time too.
But he was already in the operation base, so he couldn't get in there and deliver the Vial. He needed to send his march out to jump back in the operation base.
We see the exact same thing that what happened with the first Vial.
In Pompey, you cannot send multiple marches into the same base, so that actually may have screwed him over a bit. But it does look like PIS has it again. And if you see them get in this operation
almost
base.
there.
It might be decided. I
Yeah,
mean, he is moving
this
around. He
might
might
be
also
it.
have a march in there. It's just this is really
This
tough.
is insane.
I mean, honestly, they don't even need to get it in there. They would just have to hold it here, and they would maybe be able to win this. Although, if this operation base gets taken, which I think HNB was trying to swarm it, they won't be able to put the Vial in there, meaning that they'd be denied it either way. And it looks like HNB just grabbed
Oh,
it. and
HNB grabbed it back. This is insane.
Khan
They're
has grabbed
taking
the
it
Vial.
away.
He is on the move. But that march is dead. Oh my gosh. Those things are melting like tofu.
I mean, as expected, look at this. This is chaos. It's pure
Yeah,
chaos.
And it is hard for HNB to kind of get the refresh advantage here, given it's so far. Honestly, if possible, I would have ported as many people up to this side and just focused on this fight. This is probably the deciding fight right here. I mean, it is tough. I mean, if HNB can just hold them down here, though, it is possible they could maybe go for a win, but they would have to win.
PIS got it back, but they can't move it right now. Okay.
Oh, it looks. Oh, PIS got it again, but this operation base might go down. If it goes down, they will not be able to deliver it into the operation base.
Exactly.
And if HNB has the operation base, they cannot deliver into this operation base now.
That was an unbelievable
They have denied them. They have denied them the
It
Vial.
doesn't matter, even if they pick it now. HNB got the outpost.
Exactly. I mean, they could move it to another one, but it's so hard to move it in the first place, given how much field presence there is, that it is honestly a struggle. They're going to have to swarm this thing back, and I mean, you see it right there. They just took the operation base.
PIS got it back. You think that they got the outpost back, but they
Someone
have to wait
has the
for the
Vial.
countdown though.
Looks like it's PIS.
Yes, PIS got it, but they have to wait for the countdown for the outpost.
Yeah, they would either have to move it back. Honestly, at this point, I maybe would just start. Oh, there it is.
There it is. They secured it. This was, oh my God, this was crazy.
That was that was an intense fight over it. And I mean, you hear the teams going crazy every time they make
How
one of
many
these plays.
times they lost the outpost and got it back? This was insane. Now let's check the zombies real quick. I think they already cleared it.
They are swarming down operation bases right now. I mean, I feel like the match has mostly been decided by that Vial, but even with the bio tyrant, it is a bit, late on this.
PIS even sniped their outposts.
I mean, at this point, no matter what is taken, it's over,
Yeah, pretty much. PIS did an insane well done though.
That was well played by, honestly, both sides, though. I think HNB really had to take that, and they were doing their best to kind of put as much pressure over here. And honestly, swarming that operation base was a chef's kiss.
The 4D chess, 4D chess game. That was very good by the HNB, but unfortunately it was not enough. Now the zombies spawned again. Okay, now the battle is almost over.
I mean, HNB is just coming out here for the final fights and stuff. I mean, I think...
Yeah, pretty much the final fights.
HNB is holding that little operation base on the left side. I mean, this was an honestly crazy fight, though.
Okay, we are waiting for the final 1 minute.
I think this next match will honestly, hopefully, be interesting, and we'll see some insane plays, and they'll have to really, I feel like, change it up or change the dynamic, or they'll have to get the kind of advantage early out.
No, I was actually really satisfied with all the action going on. We have seen some crazy moves by both teams.
Yeah,
a lot of 200 IQ movements. It was perfect. That's what I would expect from such professional competition.
Yeah. These guys are all obviously smart players, so I mean, you can expect them to play their hearts off here. I mean, nobody took helipads, which I'm a little sad about. I know I'm talking about that a lot, but actually, PIS
they
did
got
just take
it
a
now,
helipad,
but
yeah, it's a bit late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, that is about it. It's 10 seconds left. That is, I guess, the conclusion of the first round, which is kind of crazy, honestly. That was an amazing fight from both sides.
Victory.